How is it that certain artists get successful, and how can we learn from watching them really early on in their career, even possibly before their career had started? Let's check it out. All right, so if this is your first time to the channel, my name is Crafty. I'm a full-time musician, and what that means is basically I just do gigs on the weekends and I do music teaching related things during the week. And I like doing these types of videos so that we all can learn and figure out, how is it that we can help ourselves by checking out some of our favorite artists when they were younger, before they were successful. And so in this video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to check out some early Katy Perry.
World will never truly be so free. Yeah, only reason that I live is Christ come down and died for you and me. I live because Christ died, and though he has suffered, he suffered it all from me.
Wow, that's really interesting. So, wow, she's so young, but it just sounds like Katy Perry. It's awesome. Now, it's interesting because those low notes, they were getting her, and she kind of showed that, she's going like this. Check it out.
We'll never truly be so free. Yeah, only reason that I live is Christ come down and died for you and me. I live because Christ died, and though he has suffered, he suffered it all from me.
Okay, that was possibly just some performance thing. She was saying the word me. But yeah, she kind of sounds like she's running out of breath, and she doesn't have the same amount of vocal control that she does now. And that's totally fine. It makes sense, right? Because she's so much younger and she's still developing her craft. And, she's already really good at this stage. And so what are some of the things that you notice that she doesn't have in her bag of tricks yet? So for instance, one of the things is that she hasn't got the same appearance. Not that she's going to wear some of the crazy outfits that she's worn later in life at this young age, but it doesn't look like that she's put in the same amount of time or effort into her appearance like she would later.
Forget the hair, just give me the blush. No, grand.
Also, she looks a little bit stiff, little bit like she's trying to go through some moves or some movements that she's practiced and rehearsed, rather than it being more natural and like she's really owning it. But we all have to start somewhere, and so she wasn't starting. Like I said, she was already really good. She already had so many things in the bag. Her voice sounds great. And here's another video. This is her on tour in 2001. I think it was her first tour.
TV has like 600 channels on it. I've never had that many channels in my life. This is a show that our MC is on. It's Survivor, New Zealand style.
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island.
Wow, Survivor must have been really new then in 2001. So what's she doing? Is she going to perform?
Got like clothes everywhere. Look at all those clothes. It's great. I know. It's awesome. And I'm just gonna go back and do my makeup again. Yeah, I'm pretty conceited.
Right, okay, I get it. It looks like she's on a tour bus and she's just showing everybody around behind the scenes, which is cool. That's a really good, important thing to note as well. Her development in becoming one of the biggest superstars in the world must have had so much travel time in many different ways, getting from place to place, to perform, to rehearse, to record, interviews, radio stations, TV studios. Oh, there must have been so much transit for all of that. So it's not just developing your craft, it's putting in all of the time in order to be able to promote yourself.
I usually put loads of makeup on before the show because I'm a pizza face. Would you like pepperoni or cheese?
All right, so there's some of that Katy Perry that we know coming through. She's quite facetious, which is a good thing. She's just having fun with the moment. She could be all serious, take herself really seriously, but she's not. She's just having fun.
He's a very fragile artist. He's so brooding and full of angst. Yeah, I'm brooding.
And I don't know about you, but for me, that's infectious. I really just enjoy being around people that are fun like that.
So you get nervous?
Yeah. Sometimes I hyperventilate and I have to have brown bag. No, not that bad, but I do get nervous, especially when I know people in the audience. Like tonight, I'm gonna know some people.
Wow, that's interesting. You don't actually usually get such a real answer from people. Usually, they'll just fob it off or whatever, but that was pretty amazing actually. Like, it was really real. And so if you yourself are nervous when it comes to performing or whatever it is, just know that you're not the only one, and there are strategies to get through it, like what she's saying. I don't know if the brown bag is something that you want to necessarily do, but yeah, it's nice to hear a super successful artist, be really real and opening up in that way.
Are you hyperventilating? No, I just like to smell my lunch.
Still 15 minutes for my 35. And I'm scared, and you're mine. 'Cause talking to you is bringing me.
All right, there's some performing there. Gee, that was great. Got the percussionist there with her, and so yeah, she's obviously, she's maturing a bit more from that earlier video. Fantastic.
I listen to a lot of Bjork. I'm not really listening to a whole lot because I'm dealing with music every night. It's probably enough to drive me insane.
Tired and tired, just
I don't know about you, but I'm really enjoying watching this. As I was just watching her then just performing, I'm thinking to myself, wow, when you see somebody, and they're front cover of a magazine or, they're number one in the charts or whatever, you're usually not thinking, wow, they must have done lots of work in order to get to that stage. But watching her there, there must have been thousands of those types of performances that she would have done before getting a record deal or before at least becoming a household name all around the world. And so it's really comforting to know, if you're just feeling like you're chasing your tail and you're wondering like, oh, am I ever going to get there? Well, then the answer isn't necessarily certain, but one thing is for certain is that in order for other people to be able to get huge amounts of success, it wasn't handed to them. They really had to work at it. And so if you keep working at it, you'll get something.
I want to thank my band and all the people that came out to see me and all of you guys, because you're pretty cool too.
All right, searching around, I found a video called Katy Perry Sings Her First Song. Wonder what this is all about.
The song that I was the first song I wrote when I moved to Los Angeles from Santa Barbara, like the first proper song on the guitar, I feel. I mean, I did a lot, but one that I actually still play to this day was a song called Thinking of You. And I'd always known the chords. I would play those over and over until I had the right lyrics. 'Cause when I'm with you, I am thinking of you, thinking of you. Why you would do if you were the one who was spending the night. Oh, I wish that I was looking into your eyes. Sometimes I think some of my songs can be like little folk country songs.
Well, I mean, was that what you were aiming for in the beginning?
Not necessarily country, but maybe I think I had some like Joni Mitchell influence.
Wow, that's really interesting. What was going through my mind there was just that, wow, isn't it really nice to see that, you know, that young girl that we were looking at, you know, she turned out really good, and she's got that something, and it's really hard to know what that word is, how to describe that something, whether it's an X factor or it's, you know, something along those lines, where basically it's like when you watch her there, you know, she's all dolled up, she looks great, she's also playing and singing really, really well, but there's more than that. There's something where like she's just got so much poise, so much conviction, even when she's just kind of rattling off a little bit of a story or whatever, she makes you really want to listen to her. And so whatever that is, you might be able to let me know in the comments below, you know, what's a really good way to describe that. It's something that is definitely something that she developed, because the younger version of her was still trying to find that.
Now we need something here.
So I don't know about you, but I've really learned a lot watching these really early Katy Perry videos. Let's just summarize, what is it that made her successful, and how is it that you can benefit from that info? So one of the things is, you know, like her appearance is really one of her big selling points. But, you know, if she was just somebody that looked great but didn't sound great, well, that's no good. So she really must have, you know, put in a lot of effort for both of those things. But also think about all of those travel, you know, in between times where she's going around promoting herself. You know, she's not necessarily working on her craft at those times. Or is she? Perhaps she could use the transit time to be able to learn some stuff, develop some stuff. And also in that last clip, she's talking about writing songs. So how much time do you think she would have spent? How many songs would have she written in order to be able to have the level of quality in the songs that she was writing later? I'd say it's quite a lot. So I hope that watching this video has given you some inspiration. I hope you've learnt something. If you have learnt something, let me know what it is in the comments below. We'll do a bit of a discussion. And also, if you have another successful artist in mind where you'd like me to react to one of their early videos, well then, let me know in the comments below. And so if you enjoyed this analysis style reaction video, I've got a bunch of others you can go check out, and also a bunch of other different music tips related videos to go check out. But if that's still not enough, I have one quick offering for you. It's called 5 Steps to Fast Improvement. It's a free ebook download that gives you the 5 steps to go through if you're ever feeling like you're chasing your tail, you're really not improving at the rate that you want. And it's helped out a bunch of other people, and it's also a really quick, easy read. So if that sounds like something that'll be helpful for you, I'll leave a link below. So that's it for this crafty music tips video. I'll see you in another one really soon. To sign off, I'll say, whatever musical decision that you need to make in your life, make the healthy one. Cheers.